Hi, I'm Oliver. Welcome to today's book discussion. So, just before I get on with it, you know, since I have literally 2 subscribers awaiting patiently and anxiously every video that I put out. Thank you for subscribing, by the way. Thank you. I haven't put video in a while. I got stuck up with work in a very ugly way. And then, I don't know, it sort of felt like the way that I had to read, and I don't know, that just blocked any inspiration or willingness that I had to read. It felt like homework. I was like, oh my god, cannot deal with reading. And then I rediscovered video games. I was like, yes! And then next thing I knew, we were like almost mid-November, and I was doing Movember, like a lot of people were, or Movember, whatever you want to call it. And you know, I'm the lazy person. I did not just have the mustache. I was like, I can spend a whole month not shaving. I'm in. Count me in. I'm all in. So, I mean, I really was grizzly. Beer says no. It's like I cannot show myself on camera like this. So, I just did it. But now I'm back. I've read 5 books. I mean, I have to do videos for 5 books. 2 of them I know will be in English. 2 of them will be in French. And then the final 5th book, I read it in French, but I have to double check if it's available in English. And if it is, I'll be able to do it in English. So, today I'm going to be, you know, if you've watched previous videos with Ellie Wentworth and Kathy Griffith, you know that celebrity memoirs are my guilty pleasure. Guilty pleasure. And in terms of music, I love music, and I love pop music. I love smart pop music, good pop music, catchy pop music. I mean, you can do intelligent pop music. If you love pop music and you don't know, I mean, I strongly recommend that you check out 2 websites that they're great. One of them is Pop Justice. The other one is, well, I use So Gay, and they have a music review section that's very good. So those are the main one I use for pop. But I mean, there's Mew Muse is good as well. But those are the mainly 2 ones. And I love my celebrity gossip website called Oh No They Didn't. And all of those, I mean, they bombard you with Girls Aloud stuff all the time. And thank goodness I discovered them. They're a UK-based girl band, and they're fantastic. And I mean, I love me some, I love me some Girls Aloud. What? And I even had the regular one, and I bought some of their solo records. I have the signed CD single of Beat of My Drum by Nicola Roberts, and I cannot find it this morning. And I'm like, where is it? Where is it? And, you know, I have the tour DVD thingy. I spent 85 bucks to get the big Girls Aloud 10 thingy. You know, I might win a pair of shoes. I mean, how excited am I? So excited. But that's not what's important. So, I got Cheryl Cole, My Story. I don't know if it's now available in paper copy in Canada. I know that when I checked, it wasn't. But it was available on the Kobo store. I don't know about Amazon, or I don't know about the States either. But I know that if you're in Canada, you can go on the Kobo store and check it out. So you might know her from the material she released, either from Girls Aloud. You might know her from the British judge who was sort of canned at the beginning of the 1st season of X Factor USA. She was in a will.i.am video, and she was in a Nicki Minaj video, so you maybe you know her from there as well. Anyway. So, that's the only reason why I picked it up. I was like, Girls Aloud fan. I love Cheryl Cole. The next step is buying the biography. So, I go to celebrity gossip website, like I said earlier, but I mean, I don't I read some gossip, but I mainly go like on what they did, for example, for new music release, for charts, for new music material, tour information, duet live performances, whatever. Like those, I always scroll down that website until I come across, ooh, there's a new video by that artist. Let's check her out. I couldn't care less about any of the Real Housewives or, that whole custody battle or divorce of this one or look who got married. I don't really care. I mean, I read the title about them, but I don't pay too much attention about it. All of this to say that I don't care or read or seek information about personal lives of celebrity that much. That's why I love celebrity memoir, because I'm always finding or discovering new things about that person, and I don't feel bad reading that type of material because the person willingly put it out there for us to read. So it's a win-win. Also, the fact that she's that gigantic UK-based artist and I'm in Montreal, Canada, maybe for, citizen of over there, you might not learn a great deal of new material from that book, but trust me, from my standpoint, I learned a whole bunch. So, I found it to be a semi-great celebrity memoir. She covers her childhood at great extent, and that's fantastic. So she doesn't shy away about anything that would be unconventional or, not the shiny, oh, look at it, we had such a perfect family growing up. So I found that to be, I think endearing would be the right word. I mean, or engaging or refreshing. It didn't felt, she had, let's say, a difficult childhood or unconventional or troubled or, I mean, some of the stuff that she went through is typical teenage girl stuff, and other things is, that's, she had a family member who went to prison. There was violence in the relationship that she had. She was surrounded also by, or she was, like drugged, not herself, but she had people around who had to deal with drugs, etc. So that's not shiny, super cute, let's all have fun type of childhood. And the way she writes or she recounts all of those events is she doesn't shy away. She's not overtly sentimental. She's not like, boo-hoo, this is what at least this is how it felt when I read it. It was very matter-of-factly. This is what happened. This is how it affected me, and it was great. I really like all of that, and that was all new to me. That was great. Then there's the part where she thrown into the band Girls Aloud and how they bond, whatever. And I'll be honest, that was the part that I was very much so looking for. I mean, they said in interview again and again and again, they were formed in 2002, and then 7 years later they decided to go on a 1-year break that turned out into a 3-year break. And they're basically saying, for those 7 years, all we had was each other. And that was our life, and we were dedicated to the band, and we had a crazy schedule, no day off. I mean, so it's like, oh my, she glances over those 7 years so quickly and with oh so little details. That part was very disappointing to me. I don't know if she felt like she didn't need to recount those because it was somewhat in the public eye, but she talks a lot about, for example, the first apartment that they shared together, and, but she doesn't talk a lot about, because the band was formed on a talent TV show. She doesn't talk a lot about that. That I kind of get. I mean, it was on TV, and it's great. But you know, after, I want to know what was the experience of shooting your first video, the second video. How were the meeting backstage with the other girls, with the manager, with the studio head? How was the recording process? How's, you know, how is touring? How's TV performances? How is traveling? How's all of that? Nothing at all. That was very disappointing. So part of me is maybe thinking because it either she considered it to be well documented enough, but let me tell you, for me, it wasn't, because those are all questions that I have that are so far unanswered. And they did release a book as a band. So Girls Aloud released a memoir or biography or a book called Dreams That Glitter that I have to get my hands on. Maybe that's where everything is explained. I don't know. She spends a great deal of time on the fact that she was the X Factor judge in the UK, how she might have come to the US and be an X Factor there, how she caught malaria. So all of those, her marriage and her divorce. So that was all great, and the intrusion and how it feels to be hunted by paparazzi, etc. All of this was great. Once again, I wish that she would have taken us a little bit more behind the scene of show business. Just, you know, she had a solo career, right? So how is it to shoot a video by yourself? How's the recording? She wrote a lot of material as a single artist. How's that, etc. So that I was looking for, and that was lacking from the book. So like it felt that the childhood part was great. The Girls Aloud part was way too short. And then she's like, let's talk about Simon Cowell on the X Factor, and she spent pages on him. And I'm like, and no pages on, for example, the recording of the track Promise This, or the recording of the track Call My Name, or how's the shooting, nothing. So that was a little bit disappointing. I would still give it a try. Obviously, the appeal of a celebrity memoir is if you at least know a little bit about that person. I don't think that if you don't know Cheryl Colado, I don't think you'll find that book as appealing or intriguing. It's still interesting. Alan Carr, who is a British chat show host, interviewed Cheryl Cole for the release of the book, and he was saying every woman who wants to go into show business should read this book. Well, I'm sure he was saying it regarding the invasion of the paparazzi, the fact that the tabloids make so much stuff up, you know, that type of you become a news, actually a sort of a fictional character into the public eye. So for that, it's interesting to see it from the other side of the lens, but I still feel that there are key moments missing, and I have many questions unanswered. And not, you know, when I talk about recording process, I don't feel that this is overtly personal, right? It's like, how do you sit down? Anyway, I'll just leave it at, if you want, anyway. So yeah, if you like Girls Aloud or Cheryl Cole, pick this up. Of course, definitely, and it's available here. So there you go. But to me, it was still, even though it had elements missing, I thought it was a satisfying read. So there you go. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like the video if you liked it, leave a comment below. What did you think of the book? Is there another celebrity memoir I should check out? If you've read Dreams That Glitter, the book by Girls Aloud, do you think it's worth for me to check it out? So there you go. Until next time, take care. Bye.